What's going on, guys? It's Crayon here from It's a Trap FM. I know it's been a while since I put out a video, guys. I apologize for that, but a lot of times, man, us guys that aren't professional gamers, we kind of have to put everything aside when real life happens. Go work normal jobs and stuff, and just kind of do this when we get a chance. I am a level 32 smuggler. I rolled Scoundrel, and then I'm spec'd into the Sawbones aspect, which is the healing aspect of the Smuggler class. Um, right now I'm on Alderaan. I'm almost finished with my Act 1, so I'm about to get my legacy business going there. Um, Real quick, just want to give you some overall thoughts about the game so far, and what some things I think they could improve, some things I think that they did really well on. Um, a few bugs. Right now, the most annoying bug in the game is this. Let me show you. Let me unmount here. Okay, a lot of my abilities come from being in cover, like finding cover, and then I can do stuff like throw bombs at people, stuff like that from cover. So I hit my cover, and all this right here changes because it takes out the actual take cover ability right here. There's an option if you go in here into preferences and user interface that is enable cover bar. I always have that unchecked because I don't want the freaking cover bar, so that way when I hit it all my keybinds are still the same. As a smuggler in PvP, which is mainly what I'm kind of gearing for in game wise, you don't really have a lot of chance to perfectly sit behind cover and throw out heals. Everybody's everywhere, so you have to do a lot of just running around and healing, which is fine because none of my healing abilities require cover. So I get used to doing this, like healing my guy here, just running around, and like my main heal, Underworld Medicine here, is normally keybind to WoW, or to Y, sorry, WoW. And if I take cover and it moves everything, it switches that up to Shift G, which is what I have my quick shot bound to. And it's not a large bug. It's something that's easily fixed. You just go into the interface options and switch it back. It's not that big of a deal. I'm pretty much just whining about it because it's an inconvenience. But every time you move planets or anything, you have to do this. Like every time I zone into a war zone, I have to go back into my interface options and do that. Another thing, I don't know if you guys just seen right now, but if you play with your distance moved back, which almost every PvPer will do, I think, sometimes it gets this glitch where it like your camera floats a lot higher above your character. All you have to do is zoom back out and that fixes itself, but it's just another glitch. Overall, this game's amazing. I really enjoy it. I got very lucky. I picked Smuggler first and wanted to go healing aspect because I generally roll a healer in about every MMO I play. And I got it right. I absolutely love this class. I haven't re-rolled for anything. Like, I know a lot of guys who roll something and end up not liking it and try to re-roll something else. I got lucky and got mine right. I'm only level 32 because, as I said before, sometimes I have to work extra shifts or do this, and when I get home, like if you pull a 16-hour day, you get home, you don't really feel like gaming. You think, oh my god, I gotta sleep because I have to go back in tomorrow. So only level 32, but having a blast with this game. I really enjoy the speed of leveling. It slows it down a little bit. It makes it a little bit more difficult with heroic quests and such, but I really enjoy it. I was hoping that this game wouldn't be something you could just blow through and get to level 50, in like a day. And don't get me wrong, if all you were doing were playing, you could get to level 50 fairly quick, but they kind of spread stuff out. The storyline's amazing. They do a really good job with the storyline and the leveling progression. What else? There were server queues, but I haven't seen an official forum post, but I think they may have increased the server cap, because the past few nights I've been getting on right around prime time and have had no server queues. But that's a small issue. All these things that I'm talking about and kind of whining about really is all I'm doing. They're all really small issues and are easily fixed. And the coolest thing is that BioWare acknowledges everything and is working to fix it. You can queue into Warzone sometimes, and one really cool thing is, doesn't matter what level you are, you can queue into a Warzone and with other people. Like, I'm a 32, I have a buddy who just started playing who's like a level 13. We can queue into Warzones together, and it just ups his stats. The only bad thing about that is if you get a group of level 50s queuing together against you and 9 other guys that are level 15 to 30, you're going to get butt raped pretty hard. So I think they need to work on a way to balance that. I hate to say do anything that WoW did, because WoW is plagued with problems and balance issues. In this game so far seems pretty solid, but one of the few things I think WoW did correctly is the brackets. Put like the 10 to 14, 15 to 19, such that may be a fix. Either that or just separating, let like 1 through 39 queue together, and then 40 through 50 queue together. Like, even like more generalized brackets like that could do a lot for the game. Also, the PvP Warzone, the areas can get really laggy, and I know that's something they've acknowledged and said that they're going to work on. So again, pretty much just me whining. I'm not too worried about it. But like I said, I rode a Scoundrel, or I rode a Smuggler, and then I went Scoundrel, and then I am Sawbones. I'll give you a quick rundown of my talents. I have 3 out of 3 bedside manner, which increases your total cunning by 9%. Cunning is a Smuggler's main attribute. It increases damage, healing, critical chance. I mean, it's pretty much the Jesus of the Smuggler class. Exploratory surgery increases reduces the activation time of Underworld Medicine, which is my main heal here, and it has a 100% chance to grant upper hand proc, and I'll get into that a little bit more. 2 out of 2 in Keep Cool. Cool Head immediately restores 16 additional energy. I'll get into that a little bit. Healing Hand increases all healing dealt by 3 at all times, an additional 6% while upper hand is active. Pretty good. Smuggle Technology, 2 out of 2, reduces the pushback suffered while activating healing abilities by 70%. It reduces the threat generated by heals by 10%. This is, like, all these skills are good, but this right here is a must-have. For PvP, the pushback on your channels is horrible if you don't have this, and mainly if you're doing heroic quests and stuff. Even if your tank is good, like, this is not a raffle face game. Like, this game is for real. It goes back into old games. EQ, Final Fantasy 11 draws a lot of stuff from them. Like, your healing is crazy aggro. Like, and while your tank will never ever lose aggro to a healer, like, literally can build aggro and go AFK, and healing will never pull that. In this game, you will pull immediately. So this talent right here is a must-have for healers. I have 2 out of 2 in Prognosis Critical. Increases the critical chance of diagnostic scan by 24%. I'll explain why that's important in a second. Slow Release Med Pack is a heal over time. It's pretty amazing. Infects the target with Slow Release Medicine that heals for 592 over 18 seconds. You can stack it up to twice. It's pretty nice. Med Pack Mastery. Each tick of slow release med pack has a 30% chance to grant upper hand, which is something I said I would talk to you later about. Also happens on Underworld Medicine. Patient studies, diagnostic scan, critical hit restores 2 energy. That is why this is important. You have your 24% increased critical chance, and every time you get a critical tick of diagnostic scan, sorry, I couldn't think of what it was called. Every time you get a critical tick of that, you gain 2 energy, which is nice because diagnostic scan right here is not channeled. So I can do that kind of in between heals while I'm trying to build my energy. And I mean, it does not require energy. I think I said it's not channeled. That is a complete lie. It is channeled. It does not require energy. I can do that in between while I'm trying to energy pool, get my energy back up, and any criticals that I hit will restore that much more energy. This is the tree I'm on now. Emergency med pack. Exploits upper hand to instantly heal the target for 365 to 592. Requires and consumes upper hand. Again, something that requires upper hand. I'll tell you about that in just 1 second. Emerging emergencies. Increases the healing dealt by emergency med pack by 15%. In addition, emergency med pack immediately regrants upper hand when used in targets below 30% max health. And I have one of my psych meds where my cleanse ability, which is called triage, removes negative mental effects and heals the target for pretty much 100 to 320. Alright, so let's get into upper hand. Here's my guy right here. I'm going to heal him. Use my underworld medicine. Right, heals him, gives me upper hand. I can use now what's called exploits. I have a heal right here. It's Culto Pack. It's an exploit. I use it on him. It takes away a charge of upper hand. So if I don't have upper hand, there's a lot of stuff over here that's grayed out. I don't even have access to, because they are exploits and I have to have upper hand to do it. Where this gets tricky is always trying to keep your stacks of upper hand on reserve, so you can get your burst healing out. And again, I hate to compare anything in this good game to anything that is the not so good game of WoW, but your upper hand procs, you can kind of relate that to holy power on a paladin. Only difference is some of this is not free from energy, like my Culto Pack, pugnacity, are not free from energy. I have one heal, the emergency med pack, that requires no energy. It's just kind of free heal. But I'm gonna drop 2 stacks on him real quick, 2 stacks of upper hand. I can Culto Pack him, and then bam, emergency med pack. It's an instant, no energy, and top him off. This is my diagnostic scan I was talking about. You know, what I like to do is I'll get 2 stacks of my HOT on him, and then I will underworld medicine, and then start diagnostic scanning. Whenever I need to, I'll drop emergency med pack or Culto Pack, and it's just a lot of burst healing. Another cool thing is you'll see here that my slow release med pack fades. Obviously, it's only 15 seconds. Well, when it gets down here, let's say I toss something else and I want to renew it, I can renew it once, and it renews both stacks. So what I found is the key to healing in PvE is what you're going to do is start out with your slow release med packs, and then pretty much just try to keep your upper hand, 2 stacks of that. Your slow release med pack will, I think, like every 12 seconds will renew it, and then your underworld medicine automatically grants it. But when they start dropping down, use those. Don't hold on to those. Use those with that emergency med pack. It's an instant cast heal. What else? Your diagnostic scan. I'm gonna try try to drop my energy real low right here. And then I'll diagnostic scan up to it. Alright, so every time I crit right here, you can see my energy jump more, which is kind of cool and a really good idea. Like, I mean, just the way the abilities stream together, like, you can tell they put a lot of thought into it. Also, another thing you can do is if you have an upper hand proc and your energy's running low, use this pugnacity ability and it gives you increased energy regeneration. The way the resource system works on the Smuggler is that I use energy. The higher my energy is on the bar, the higher it regens. So you see my 4 arrows here, that means I'm regenerating the highest I can. If I drop down, well, I have that. Alright, so you see it went to 3. So it goes to 3, I'm not regenerating as much. Drops down more, goes to 2. I'm regenerating even less. And if I get way down here, I go to 1 bar of regeneration, which sucks. And seems like it takes forever to fill back up. So that's when you kind of exploit your diagnostic scan criticals and get your energy back up. But if you have this ability, what you can do is you're down low, you can hit it and then start diagnostic scanning and get regen energy. We'll see it here in just 1 second. So it quickens the regen, makes it go through faster. Also, you have an ability here called Cool Hand, which is recovering 50 energy over 3 seconds, but because I have it spec'd into it, it recovers 50 energy over 3 seconds and immediately grants 16. So if I'm completely wasted on energy and my party is dying, I can actually, what I like to do is get a upper hand proc, pop pugnacity, and then Cool Hand at the same time, and it's just like mega energy regeneration for, you know, that 15 seconds or however long it lasts. But it's pretty much your oh shit button, and it gets you out of a lot of stuff. Strangely, I have like hardly any problem keeping energy in PvP, but in PvE, heroic quests and flashpoints, I'm energy starved a lot. So I don't know how that works, but you know, I enjoy it because, like I said, most of what I'm going to do is PvP. So yeah, the Smuggler class is pretty sweet. The Scoundrel is a lot of fun, and even more so, the Sawbones is amazingly fun. The raw healing power of the Sawbones is, I think, untouched in the game right now. I can do pretty decent damage as a Sawbones, even though I'm mainly a healer. I'm not going to get any big 2,000 crits or anything, but I can crit for, you know, well, in PvP I can, but that's because your stats are enhanced. But in PvE, you know, I can get up and crit for 1,000, you know, maybe 1,100, something like that, which is pretty dang good for a healer. But I'm not going to show you my crappy DPS on a healing video, because that's not what you're rolling Sawbones for, so you really don't care about how to DPS. In heroic quests that I try to solo and stuff, I end up sending my companion in there, letting him get aggro and sitting in the back and healing him. I may throw a couple bombs and such if I have the energy up and he's not taking too much damage, but mainly I just do a lot of healing him. But yeah, I'm having a blast playing this game in this class. I feel very fortunate that I got it right the first time, and I didn't have to do a lot of class switching and this and that. I have been kind of taking it slow leveling, but this is the first time I've really enjoyed questing. So I'm kind of mixing it up between questing and doing war zones. And another thing real quick that they did great is you actually can make money, and make pretty decent money, from PvPing in this game. Like, in other games, PvP is a money sink because you're always having to do your enchants, your gems, all that, stuff to enhance your PvP power, and you lose money because of repairs and this and that, and you gain no money from PvP and blah blah blah. This game, you actually get credits at the end of every war game when you win or lose. So, a lot of fun PvPing, a lot of fun PvPing. I would recommend at least getting one other person and queuing with you, because if nothing else, you can just sit and heal him, right, instead of just running around with random idiots. There are tards in this game as well. There are going to be tards in every game, so don't think that just because this is a harder game and more difficult that no tards are going to play it, because that's not true. Your war zones will be filled with idiots. Your flashpoints will be filled with idiots, so don't come thinking this is a perfect game. But overall, this is the best game I've ever played. I'm having the most fun playing this game versus any game I've ever played. They pretty much took the good aspects of other games that are out right now and other games that have been out in the past, and put them all together. And they took good ideas of other games that were implemented badly and changed them around and made them their own and made them implemented correctly, and then put them in this game. So, I mean, everybody I talk to seems to be having a blast playing it, so it's not just me. But yeah, good times with this game. I enjoy this class. This planet's pretty cool, as you can see. This is Alderaan. I'm about to finish my Act 1 character quest. Yeah, just a quick plug real quick. Guys, I hope you like my videos, sub to my channel. Also, another channel that you guys should check out, and I'm going to be posting all my videos on that channel as well, is It's a Trap FM. Make sure you guys sub there. That's pretty much like 3/4 of the founding of this guild is from It's a Trap FM. So, like, we have a blog, a Tumblr page. We're gonna be doing podcasts, YouTube videos, all that. So, please go to It's a Trap FM on YouTube. Check out sub. If any of you guys are just gonna start playing the Old Republic and not sure where you want to go, we are on the Carillion Run server. We are Republic. My name is obviously Crayon. The GM's name is Smash. You can whisper anybody. Check us out and come hang out with us. We'd love to get people just to come hang out and have fun. I kind of am interested in more of the PvP aspect of the game, and that's cool. I know a lot of people who are and aren't. If you want to come PvP with me, dude, that'd be great. Just come hang out. There's like 4 of us that PvP pretty actively. But if you just want to come quest, chill, lay back, and enjoy the game still, come talk to us, man. We love to hang out with all you guys. YouTube/It's a Trap FM. Also, we have a Tumblr. If you guys want to check that out. And we're going to be doing some podcasts as well. So, hope to hang out with you guys. Hope to check out your feedback on the channels and comments and all that. A Carillion Run server. We are Republic. Guild name is Applied Force. Come hang out with us, guys. Catch you later.